Because as I read it across the Bloomberg about 30 minutes ago, you actually beat on both revenue and on profitability in your basic operations, but you had to take a write-down on that clean coal operation. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly right. The base business is performing wonderfully well. The charge that we took was associated with a project that was conceived back around 2009. We committed to build a clean coal facility that would have a carbon footprint equal to or less than natural gas. We fulfilled that commitment. We built the plant. But in the meantime, natural gas prices fell. At the time we started building the plant, natural gas prices were around $10 per million BTU. Today, they're around $3 per million BTU. As a result, the project became uneconomic, and our regulator in Mississippi issued some guidance that basically said that they would not allow recovery of those costs. So these charges reflect the reality that we face in Mississippi.
Yeah, which reflects also the nature of your business, because it's a really big capital business where you have to put a lot of big bets over a long period of time, and then you can have things like gas prices really change what goes on. You've got a similar problem, perhaps, with a couple of nuclear power plants you've been working on, where you've got a lot of money in already, a fair ways to go, and you're going to have to make a decision about whether to shut it down. Where are you on that?
Yeah, I think this one actually is really different. This was a project that had been being built under a turnkey contract by Westinghouse, a subsidiary of Toshiba. Westinghouse declared bankruptcy this spring, and so we've been in the process since then of trying to assess whether we go forward or not. So we're right in the middle of that process. It's not just us. We have co-owners in that project, and we have to work certainly with the purview of the Georgia Public Service Commission.
Yeah, and I understand that Georgia's putting a little pressure on you. Are you going to have to make a decision this month by the end of August?
Well, I don't think that's pressure. I think everybody, given the magnitude of the costs involved, wants to do what's right for the state of Georgia's customers. And so we're taking a very considered look at how to proceed with this deal. And I think everybody is certainly working with a sense of urgency, but at the same time recognize that we've got to do our due diligence. Our expectation is that we will reach a recommendation to the Georgia Public Service Commission and an agreement with our co-owners sometime this month.
Okay, so finally, Tom, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk to you about renewables, because that's been a major initiative of the Southern Company. Are you as committed to that as you were before, given what's happened, for example, with the price of natural gas? How is that working out for you?
Oh, sure, absolutely. You know, Southern Company, from an energy production standpoint, is about the size of the nation of Australia. Before I became chairman, our penetration renewables was essentially zero. Now we're about the largest owner of solar in America. We're pivoting to wind. We just announced a wind deal yesterday. So look, I think right now our energy production out of renewables is about 9% of our total portfolio. So we've made a terrific inroad. When you think about this all the above notion, we remain committed to this principle. That's why nuclear is so important and, in fact, represents, I think, a national security issue for America. Clean coal, natural gas, renewables, energy efficiency, we're doing them all.